Good afternoon, everyone. Southpaw Grandpa here with Henry and Hawkeye. Say hi. Look, speak. And Henry just smiles. It's Friday, May 15th. The word of the day for the Webster Merriam Dictionary. Definition of the word of the day. The word of the day is paranoia, and it's from the Greek word. Paranoias, and it means madness. But the definition, per the Webster Merriam Dictionary, is a psychosis characterized by systematizations, delusions of persecution or grandeur, usually without hallucinations. That's fun stuff there, boy. The hallucinations were fun. I've never really had no bad hallucinations. We're driving to the river and stuff would be flying at the truck all night long. And I asked Mark, hey, are you seeing what I'm seeing? He said, yeah, I'm seeing what you're seeing. But we were a little high. We weren't a little high, we were a lot high. Now, no more. Living on life. We're high on life. Living on love. That's a shout out to my buddy in Havasu. He always made fun of me because I liked that song by Alan Jackson, Living on Love. Living on love, buying on time, But, I don't know. Where am I going with this? Where am I going? You don't know because I haven't said you know. Right, Hawkeye? Yeah. It's the weekend. Have you ever seen a square nail? Pretty cool, huh? It's a long one, too. That's a long one. I'm not even sure where I got that. But I found it when I'm cleaning up, I'm trying to clean, I'm sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. It's going slow, that's for sure, cleaning out my garage. I might have to have another yard sale tomorrow. But one of the things about having a yard sale is kind of fun because you meet different people, come walking up, and you can start chatting and stuff. And some people are looking for deals. One of the things I learned about the last yard sale I had, this Mexican old man was trying to Jew me down on a whole bunch of stuff. He had shovels and hammers and crowbars and nut trowels, cement trowels, and he was. I told him like the level for $50, and he says no, too much, and he wanted to give me like $50 for a whole bunch of stuff, and I said no, get out of here, And I come to find out later that the guy, he buys stuff here at yard sales, and he takes it to Tijuana across the border and sells it for more money. Because evidently tools are a lot more expensive in Mexico. I'm not going to go and do that, but I'd rather give it to a kid that is just starting out, that doesn't want to go out and buy a $20, $30 hammer. I got a bucket full of hammers. I don't even know what. Oh, this is like a digging for. I don't know what this is for, but I don't even know how I got this. It's pretty clean though. I got all kinds of stuff. Hawkeye's going to help me, right, Hawkeye? What are you going to say? What about you, Henry? Can you sit? Sit. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They probably should be eating that. They're sun chips, 100% whole grain, French onion flavored, no colors from artificial sources, and no artificial flavors. So I'm being good to my dogs, I think. A couple of chips just flew down, so they're happy. But anyway, I don't have much to say. It was a busy week at work. There is one problematic job, and Well, there's actually more than one problematic job. Uh, in fact, well, not a problem for me, and not a problem for my staff, but a problem for the contractor, because it seems like, from big or little jobs, it doesn't matter. You know, you pay what you pay what you get. You get what you pay for. And when you take the lowest bid, it's not always the best thing, because especially when they turn a concrete truck around, because it's a 1 inch slump. In case you don't know what a 1 inch slump is, they pour this concrete and they put it in a cone, and they take the cone out and they measure how far it's slumped, how it's slumped down. And if it's a 1 inch slump, that's really dry concrete. And so they had to reject that truck. And then they got another truck today, then they didn't order enough concrete. Go figure. If they wasn't for bad luck, they'd have no luck. Right, Hawkeye? You ready? What are we going to do? Henry, I threw the ball a little bit to Henry, but I think we're going to still wait. Maybe till Monday we'll start throwing like we used to. I just throw it up in the air and he catches it. Now he's wiping his nose on my legs. They're both pretty good dogs. I'm pretty lucky. If you watch, see what he's doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? You get butt itched? See, you butt itched? Yeah. Yeah. Wipe your nose. Yeah, it's okay. Want a handkerchief? Want a handkerchief? Oh, you want a handkerchief? Yeah, they fight for position. Hawkeye holds his own. He really does. Okay, guys. Hawkeye, Henry, say, do something for somebody else. Henry, don't walk away from him. Hawkeye says, do something for somebody else for fun or for free because you want to, with no expectation in return. And you will be amazed. And then ask God for help and meet it. And then one last thing. Remember, God gave you a bucket. There's a light in the bottom of the bucket. Get rid of all this shit that's inside the bucket so you can see the light. Love you all. Talk to you soon.